Hello there everyone, welcome to another episode here on Settra, episode 27, and what are we up to? Well, basically, we're destroying here the Rakarth, the Dark Elves. We conquered a little bit, we'll then conquer the Vampire Coast here. And at this point, it's just what I like to call an auto-resolve fiesta, and just trying to get the territories that we need as soon as possible, because I want to go for domination in this campaign. So, in essence, let's get Blackstone Post, let's get it garrisoned, because I really don't like Marathi around here. She's in a war with the Forces of Order, which is good, because they always have very good auto-resolve, so they can manage her for quite a bit. And High Queen Khalida is going to keep conquering. We have to deal with Clan Mulder before turning on Marathi, and if that works out perfectly, then we'll be fine for the campaign, actually, because the worst part would be to have a two-pronged war against two powerful forces. So yeah, this is the stage of the game where it gets interesting, where you kind of have to try and do things in a different way. I already destroyed Clan Moors, and now I'm gonna leave King Samtik over here just to have a little bit of a presence in case there's anything happening. And yeah, overall that's the idea. There's still the vampire counts there, the end game. That's the final one, if not mistaken. So basically there's like Clan Mulder and Gorst, and that's it. There's nothing else in terms of endgame armies, which is kind of cool. And here they are. So I've been conquering, and I skipped a little bit. I know that the jump is tremendous, but it's just an auto-resolve fiesta, like I like to call it. So the plan is still working. Marathi is invading slowly, very slowly, which gives us time, and it has bought us time to gather more troops to, you know, try and attack her and take her out. I'm already going to destroy Rakarth. He has what settlement there, and I'm planning to get Tlax and Poxmarch, so basically conquering the Vampire Coast with like 5 armies. I'm already setting them up. It's a good thing, a classical thing, to just gather every army that you have on the borders and just try to one-punch the enemy. Like, you push through, you attack with all your force, and then you manage to conquer them in one turn or in a couple of turns. And that's, especially in the late game, it's how I would advise to do always, you know? Overall, we have a good chunk of the map, earning a lot of gold, but yeah, that's how it works. Now I'm building up some extra armies, and I spent a lot of that gold and canopy jars to do a few more armies, but we can reach about 30 by the end of this campaign. So 30 armies as the Tomb Kings, it's hilariously good, because they're free armies. It's 30 armies with no upkeep. So yeah, we have more gold than we need, and we're trying to split up the Clan Mulder so that he will attack us and fall into our traps. Always no ambush. You should always have the encampment or similar, in case of the Tomb Kings is the entombed beneath the sand, to try to avoid the Skaven ambushes, because otherwise they will ambush. So I'm checking that I have a couple of armies here. High Queen Khalida can go and attack here, and then I can, because I have already auto-resolved a lot of the other battles and finished them. So they're, now that they are split, it's kind of my go-to. I don't know if I should attack here or here. I'm thinking here, because I'll be more protected if there's extra armies, which there are. Oh, that's a problem. I think we're gonna make it. But yeah, almost clicked auto-resolve there, but no, I want to fight this battle just to show you a little bit of it. So typically what would happen fighting these sort of armies from the end game of the Skaven, we're just going to rush them. They have better missile power than us, and I'm just going to do a very typical one flank punch, which is to have everything that is powerful in one flank, in this case all my Necropolis Knights, and they're just going to hit through And because the AI cannot cope with so many forces, then I'm going to be able to go through and hit the enemy rear, which is precisely the idea here. And when you hit the enemy rear, you don't need more than one unit, you know, to just reach it. Some people might think that you need to get 2 or 3 and then you need to focus them down. No. Just one unit disrupting the missiles is more than enough to deal the damage that we need. Man, I love the snakes. They're super cool. And right now I'm just checking in. Yeah, my infantry is still arriving. I could have an army full of stalkers and everything, but I kind of like the sort of idea of getting the snakes with Khalida jumping in on the enemy and then have the slow budge of the army approach slowly, you know? It's getting brutal, guys. Yeah, most of their big monsters are not anti-large, and the ones that are cannot deal too much. Now I cast my Vortex. It's a nice Vortex. It doesn't do a lot of damage, but it's nice with the Skaven. And as I was telling you, all that I need is that one unit of Necropolis Knights just chasing endlessly. Anything that routes or skirmishes away will get trapped or will just run away instead of firing, which is precisely what we want here. Go, my little snaky things. It's Necropolis Knights, you dum-dum. And yep, that's a victory. Very soon they're gonna go into army losses, so that was a nice battle. And it's very easy to rush, actually, especially with this one flank approach. And then all that if you see the healing of those troops, it's simply because in essence you stay in the end to heal near Khalida, because her ability does help us heal everything around her. So that's why these are really helpful. Okay, we have some cleanup to do here. Cleanup in aisle 5. And we already started, I jumped ahead, cleaned up a little bit, and I'm gonna go against the Vampire Coast here. And I also want to showcase a little bit of a battle here against Luther Harkon. So let's go for it. Let's go for it. I declare war there and approach with 3 armies. It was an easy auto-resolve. So right now, as you can see, it's always kind of easy auto-resolve, okay? So it's an auto-resolve fiesta. You know, I'm gonna repeat that until that. But yeah. Now we're gonna have 3 lines, one of Ushabti, another one with Ushabti Great Bows, and then the artillery, even though the Ushabti Great Bows kind of counted as artillery. And then my reinforcements will bring an extra layer of Tomb Guards to the front, and that's when I'm going to push through and attack. Now my Dwarven cannons, yes, you heard that right, I have some mercenaries here. Some outpost units. It's a great mechanic. I really love it. The fact that we can mix, you know, those kind of troops. Now I'm just bombarding them slightly, a little bit, an army ability here and there, because he's also using his army abilities. And now I put my cannons directly against the Necrofex Colossus. Mainly because it's a good target for them that they cannot miss. You know, it's very easy to be accurate against them, so at least that was a nice target. You can see that he's bombarding us as well, so this is a nice battle of artillery versus artillery. I'm now attacking the deck gunners, which is important. He has been healing the Necrofex Colossus, which is kind of nice that he has been spending that. And now let's go for the mass engagement. Front lines clashing. My Ushabti with my Tomb Guards. Ushabti are you know, they become really good late game, especially now with the Tomb Kings upgraded. So never count them as, you know, they're not like Croxigors, you know, that they get to beast levels in the late game or anything like that. But they'll do the job just fine, especially with some support from missiles and everything. Oh, he's clunky and he's slow, but at least he casts his spells, and then I tell him to attack something else. Speaking of the Hero Titan, he has some of the best animations actually. Those lasers really look cool. And yeah, his frontline cannot handle the amount of frontline strength that I have. And whenever he can hold on, like these pole arms, I'm just gonna bit of shades them. These deck gunners, I don't have too much of a solution against them, but I was trying to force them into army losses actually. Just shoot them a little bit with my Ushabtis. They are now focusing on Harkon. Because if I can get Luther Harkon, that's half the battle actually. A Terrorgeist can actually win this versus the Cameron War Sphinx, so I gotta be careful because he has a lot of anti-large. So I have to be careful with that. Now come my Tomb Scorpions and my Cameron War Sphinx and my Necro Sphinx. They're doing just fine and just nicely. At this point I thought maybe this is it, but no, there's still a Terrorgeist with a lot of health, still a lot of Prometheans, so yeah. Yeah, it's still nowhere close to army losses. And especially any units that remain with a high health in the late stages of the battle are always a priority for your gunners or for anything that you have that has ranged, because the more that you slowly take them down, the faster we'll get the army losses penalty, which is now starting, of course. So yeah, Luther Harkon being crumbling, that's nice. That's gonna help a lot because immediately it loses the value. I'm already engaging the Necrofax Colossus, and as soon as that hit landed over here on this Terrorgeist, that was it. There we go. That's nice. That's a victory. So a couple of nice battles here, just to showcase how it's working in terms of how my conquests are doing. As you can see, there's no proper challenge. There's challenge. There's just not a lot of decision making. It's a lot of battles. Yeah, like I'm gonna watch this Pyrrhic victory, and I'm like, I don't agree with the results, but I'm gonna take it because I lose no units. So that's how typically this goes. You know, I'll take some losses, I'll just continue, and then suddenly everything is just looking fine. One thing that I should have done already is to set up the automation of skill points and construction in all my settlements, just so that I can rush to the end faster, you know, just so that it's not always having to select skills or always having to build stuff. I have more than enough money to build everything at every single turn. When you do that, just assign to the AI. They do a good job actually with the buildings nowadays. Alright, so we're under the effects of some plagues, which means that I cannot push through. I have to go back, and that's what I'm doing there. So always be fine with adjusting with, especially in the late stages of the game. This is where it can become boring, because if you lose the front line or if it collapses a little bit, then you're gonna think, oh, now I'm gonna take so long to conquer. And just accept it. Sometimes you want to go faster and roll over the map faster than you actually can. So it's better to just go slowly, even in these stages, and just get a new composition and try to see a nice battle with him, you know. So I'm gonna start a new composition here. I'm thinking that I can get some nice units. Oh, I wish I could get some Dreadquake mortars, but no. I think we're gonna get a lot of cannons, like one from Clan Angron, and a couple from this guy. I can't get to gyrocopters, and I certainly cannot reach the thunder barges. Flame cannon would be nice. The typical cannons are actually much better because I can get 2 of them. Oh, I cannot get 2. Oh, yeah, that's 70. But I kind of want to recruit now. So let's go 2 cannons here. And a third one from Clan Angrund. There we go. There we go. Perfect. 3 cannons and that's artillery. That's more than enough artillery. And we're going to get some Tomb Guards. And a couple of normal Tomb Guards instead of the Tomb Guard Talbots. In terms of the skills, let's get Tomb Guards and Chariots. There we go. His special ones. Let's go into Reanimate. Yeah, and now just the skills that will affect my forces. That's pretty straightforward. It's difficult to check which ones. Sometimes that's why I have some templates thought of on my mind that incorporate those types of units. And let's just get anything that he can. I believe he can get out nearly everything, really. Yeah, there we go. And that's a nice army. I think this is the 30th army that I have or something like that. I didn't check, really. I'm thinking no Necrosphinx. I'm thinking just those and then get some Cameron War Sphinx. There we go. Let's just start with that. And I'm already deploying my forces near Morathi. And I'll be even deploying even nearer Morathi. And yeah, that is it for this episode. Guys, thank you very much for the support of the campaign. Next episode is going to be the last. So thank you very much. And I'll see you then. Bye-bye.